What's up? I'm Hawkins, You'll Be Awesome Podcast, retake number 2. This is Cita from Organically Kismet. She sells full spectrum sea moss.
Yes, sir.
Where do you sell it?
We sell. Okay, perfect. We sell at several different retail locations. We're at Mother's Market, all locations. Lazy Acres.
Nice.
Follow Your Heart in the Valley.
Okay.
And where else are we? OB in San Diego. It's a small ocean beach.
Yeah.
And we are now going to be in a store called Orchard Nutrition up north in Redding.
Redding.
So it's our first store in Northern California, which is huge.
Congratulations.
So exciting.
How'd you get that store? I'm actually curious.
Honestly, the majority of our stores that are in super alignment with us have reached out to us personally.
Yeah.
So they actually reached out to us and asked if they could carry our products. So,
well, I'm curious how you're going to distribute it there, because that's hard in the CPG space.
So we actually tested that out this week. We were shipping, and it actually arrived perfect.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, yeah. It arrived perfect, cold, no breakage. So.
Are you doing? Sorry, I'm a nerd for this stuff.
Well, we just shipped UPS on that.
So she sells. This is a refrigerated product. It's in a glass jar. It's sea moss, why do I want to eat sea moss?
So sea moss is an algae that we source from St. Lucia. It's mineral rich in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why sea moss is incredible is because it has over 90% of the minerals your body needs daily. So why do we want to take that? One, for immunity, general health, overall health in general, but also mostly because our soils are depleted from minerals nowadays.
You said there's 90% the minerals and vitamins I need in this? It tastes pretty good.
Minerals, yeah. It's not bad, right?
It doesn't taste... I thought it was supposed to taste like...
You thought you were supposed to gag?
I thought I was supposed to gag.
No, we actually formulated a lot of our flavors to mask that sea-like taste. And we have a process that we go through that rinses a lot of the salt and extra particles out of the sea moss, so you don't get that fishy, oceany taste like a lot of people are anticipating.
I think I would like that, though, personally, but I might be weird.
So we do have, then you need to try our Blue Magic. Our Blue Magic has spirulina in that, and you're going to get all the ocean.
Ocean with this sea moss, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've eaten sea moss in the ocean surfing before.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea. Anyways, but this tastes pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, how do I incorporate it in my diet besides taking a spoonful to the down?
So a lot of people, it depends on the person. There is no wrong way to eat the sea moss. So you can take it straight from the jar. You can mix it into smoothies, juices, teas, coffee, yogurts, ice cream, jam. People go crazy with it, right?
It kind of has a jammy consistency. I feel like it, like application-wise.
Yeah. And actually,
is there salt in it?
There's, well, just the natural occurring, but very little. Yeah.
I feel like I want some salt in it, just to be honest.
Salty?
Sea moss.
Is that what you think of? Because you're thinking ocean water,
I'm like ocean. I surf. There's a board above us. There's too many over there. Like, when I think of sea, I think of salty.
Yeah,
Salt Bay.
Makes sense. You should try our Blue Magic. Our Blue Magic is for our sea lovers.
So this is immunity berry. So this has got what kind of berries in it?
This blend is our immunity blend. So we have elderberries, aronia berry. It's more of like a fall-like.
Aronia berry?
Mm-hmm. Which choke cherry. A lot of people know it for choke cherry.
Choke cherry?
Choke cherries. You've never heard of that?
Choke cherries?
Choke cherries, yeah.
No,
they're incredible.
I'm not a berry guy.
No?
I'm berry illiterate.
It's not your typical berry. It's very bitter. It's used medicinally a lot. It's great for immunity as well, which is why we
elderberry is like great for immunity.
Oh yeah,
too.
This is all you need.
Be like, give me elderberry tinctures. And I'm like, all right.
Which we also have an elderberry tincture elixir that we sell.
There's elderberry in it too, right?
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
So you're selling tinctures now?
We call it an elderberry elixir. Originally,
she gave me a lip balm too.
Yeah, we sell lip balm. You know, we sell everything.
You got the diversified portfolio.
But
you sell tinctures though?
We sell our elderberry elixir. That's it.
Elixir. What's the shelf life on
Eventually,
that,
I mean, I would
though?
love to, huh?
What's the shelf life on that?
6 months.
That's nice. Are you making
No
that
preservatives. In-house, yep. I have a team, an incredible team that, goes through and produces all of this by hand, small batches. We're a very intimate team.
Very fine team. I know where they cook. We manufacture in the same place. So she says no preservatives. Let's go into how I met her. So we share a kitchen, and I hadn't met her at the time. And there's a guy named James who sells Massimo's
dog food.
Really high quality dog food.
Amazing
I would eat it myself.
You actually could eat it.
It's like prime grade A bison.
Yeah, it's incredible.
He gives you. I mean, I'm sure he's been like, "Hey, try this." Like,
I haven't.
Not the full dog food, but after he cooks something sirloin, he'll cook grade A sirloin, and sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, try this."
Yeah.
So he went to some culinary expert school. I don't know.
I don't really know the exact story.
Did you go to culinary school?
I did not.
Where'd you go? What's going on there?
So I actually did hair for 13 years straight out of high school.
Is that why your hair's so luscious?
Maybe. No, it's the sea moss.
It's the sea moss?
It's the sea moss all the way.
I need more sea moss in my diet.
You do. Sea moss mask, sea moss internally.
Sea moss
all
mask?
the way around. So I
put on their face?
Yeah, so we have 2 blends that you can put on topically. You can mix it into your conditioners, which is what I do, and I'll do a hair mask treatment.
Is another product SKU?
Yeah, we have 8 different
SKUs?
8.
8 flavors or 8 product varieties?
So we have. Are you talking different products?
Yeah,
So we have 8 different flavors, which is each its own SKU, and then we also have our SKU for our elderberry. And our chopsticks.
But then there's some face stuff.
So no, our gels can actually be used as a face mask. So we formulated, it's called Flower Bomb. It's our beauty blend, and you can use that topically as a mask. You can add it into your favorite mask to boost and amplify the mask that you already love. You could add it into your hair conditioner.
It's a mask booster?
Yeah, or it's great on its own. I mean, I use it all kind of ways. So.
What can you not use sea moss for? Let's start there.
You can use sea moss any way you want. There is no wrong way to use sea moss.
So
it's incredible.
I mean, honestly, I'm very illiterate on freaking sea moss. So someone's saying it's similar to Coelagen. Is there, do you do Coelagen?
Yes.
What's the deal on that?
Okay, so it's actually, Coelagen comes from the earth. It's actually very mineral rich as well. It contains some similar minerals, but it also has other different minerals. This is more from the ocean. So. Okay. I actually do a little concoction every single morning. I'll do a tea, and sometimes if I don't do a specific tea, I'll do lemon warm water with my Coelagen, my sea moss, and a little bit of Celtic sea salt.
And
to get all my minerals.
That's how you get primed? That's your ritual?
It's incredible, yeah.
So hot water style?
Not super hot, because obviously this is a raw product, so you don't want to add it or cook it, essentially. Tea, kind of not boiling, lukewarm. But warm.
Lukewarm doesn't sound as cool as warm.
No, it's not lukewarm. It can be warmer than
warm
lukewarm.
Water. Lukewarm.
It's like hot water, but not scalding warm water.
Doesn't it sound like it's like warm water that's been there too long, right?
Yeah, stale water.
These are weird things I think about. I'm weird. Whatever. Awkward.
So hot water, not scalding water, not boiling water.
Okay, so you know a lot about sea moss.
I do.
How did you decide to become the sea moss bae?
So.
Why are you laughing?
You're funny.
Well, that's
So I'll take it. Sea moss bae.
Scarface of sea moss.
So sea
moss bae is cute though.
It is cute.
You're the sea moss bae to me.
Cool. I'll take it.
You're the queen.
Sea moss queen. There you go. So I actually was a health coach prior to this. And I got into it honestly, for my own personal reasons, like health struggles that I was going through.
Really?
I have celiac, so I deal a lot with just gut issues in general. And even after cutting gluten out of my diet, I just still dealt with a lot of inflammation in my gut, and just like it was just never the same until I found sea moss. And sea moss actually worked really quick for me. Like within a week, it was beyond how much my bloating had gone down, and just regularity, all of it. So,
but you were like kind of doing it before. Like, how did you find sea moss? Like,
so sea moss kind of became a thing or a trend, if you will, during COVID, mostly because of its ability to expel excess mucus out of the body. So when COVID was happening, a lot of people were dealing with just
This is a very informative podcast coming out right here, dude.
But, it really helped removing that mucus. So it became this huge trend. Everybody was making it on their own, selling it kind of, behind the scenes.
And you were doing that at the same time as that?
That's actually when I came out with it a little bit later.
Like the product, but like, is that when you were in were you experimenting with your own blends during COVID?
Yeah, I was. And
it helped with your celiac.
It helped with my celiac. So I started to make it for friends and family. And then I started to see the benefits that it had beyond just the gut, I would see that it was helping a family member who had thyroid issues. It was helping with weight loss. It was helping with just inflammation. And at that point, I was like, okay, hold on. There's something to this. Like, I have to get this to the masses. How can I do that? Retail, market. I noticed that a lot of these brands that were creating sea moss weren't going to retail, and that's just a market that I wanted to hit, which I did. And it comes with its challenges, especially. And
you went straight to retail, right?
I did. Well, I was direct to consumer at first, and then I went retail, and now we're actually.
So you were shipping this online.
Yes.
Before retail?
Yeah. Before I got into my first store.
Do we want to go into how hard that is?
Oh, retail?
This is kind of like a CPG podcast.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, first of all, is there anything else we need to know about sea moss that's critical?
Everybody should be on sea moss. Every single buddy should be on sea moss. But let me just say also, not all sea moss products.
Is it equal?
No, not at all.
So why not?
For one, there's a lot of people or brands that try to reinvent the wheel. Try to make sea moss a little more convenient as far as traveling goes. Because originally sea moss, when you're making it from a gel, 0 preservatives, it does have a short shelf life, and it has to be refrigerated.
Because it's an organic item.
Yes, it's an organic, preservative-free vegetable. It's a food.
It's a vegetable? It's vegan.
It is vegan.
Wow, that probably helped a lot. Yeah, that's the AC, guys.
We're just going to sweat in here for a little bit, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's an Indian sweat lodge. Especially when I have an ice machine over there. When that thing's plugged in, it's 10, 15 degrees cooler.
Yeah?
Hotter.
What are we doing?
So anyways, it's off.
But yes, so everybody should be on sea moss, but everybody should also be very mindful and do their own due diligence and look into the brands that they're taking.
Yeah.
Ideally, you want a preservative-free product, and the reason being your body will be able to absorb it easier, more fully. A lot of these brands that try to create a more convenient way to take sea moss, you're getting a fraction of the dosing within that sea moss. So, that matters.
So, speaking of preservative-free, let's say how we got introduced. So, James was in the kitchen. James knew both of us. We did not know each other. And I was so I didn't go straight to retail like you, basically. I did farmers markets for years. I was in Calabasas during the summer, I'm guessing. It was like 110 degrees. And she comes up to me and she asked me, what kind of preservatives do you use? This is how I remember it. She remembers it differently. And I just remember being like, who is this random lady customer asking me about my preservatives? And I didn't even realize I was using ascorbic acid and it's technically a preservative. I guess, I don't know. I still feel like it's not, but it is, I guess, technically. So when she asked me, I was just completely ugh. And so I was like, who are you or whatever? I don't know. I was kind of rude to her.
He was. He was pretty rude.
I was a dick. I was like, who the hell is this person?
But hey, I get
coming
it.
At me?
Right. If you thought I was coming for your product, I mean, I get it.
I thought you were a random. I thought you were a random customer because there's some people that are like, is this raw yogurt? Everything has to be perfect, or they'll be like, ugh, gross. Which is part of the vegan joke. Go both ways because people would be like, are you vegan? And then I'd be like, no, I like to eat anything, and they'd be like, ugh, gross. And so I just. By that point, I was tired, hot. I was tired of customers, tired of making everyone happy. And so I didn't realize she was an entrepreneur trying to work on a product. And so speaking of that, we're going back to one of her core ethos of she is not preservative free. You were
I am preservative free.
But you were all about being about being preservative free. Sorry, my English is my first language. And
we use zero preservatives in our.
But you were considering it at one point, right? Because you asked me. Let's talk about that. So
I did have a customer because we also manufacture for another store that was curious, on extending shelf life. I mean, having a product that only has a 4-week shelf life is extremely challenging, especially in the CPG world.
Yes.
It's a lot of risk on stores carrying it for spoilage.
I don't know why she does
I do it because I'm dedicated to offering the highest, best quality product that I can to our customer base and for the collective. We need this in our lives. Everybody does. There's not one person that does not need minerals, extra minerals, just minerals in general in their life. But yeah, so, I had a customer inquiring about that. We were going through some...
The customer, she means a big retailer. She sells a lot of these to a big retailer.
Yes.
It's not one customer. It's
a store, a chain that we sell to.
An important store in the West Coast.
Yes. However, we decided against it. I mean, a lot of our customers being stores, individuals, what I love the most is the alignment that we have with our customers, whether that be stores or even just individuals. They get it. They get the no preservatives. They get the fresh 100% organic product, which we love. And I love that for us. I love that for them. So they decided against it for that reason, being able to offer just a cleaner product. But in that process...
And you decided too.
Yes.
You stuck to your guns of, hey, this is what we do.
Let me tell you,
it's Organically, Kismet. We're this is who we are.
It is.
That's your brand.
And we were just having a conversation about that on how a lot of the challenges that we just deal with as a brand. Not only are we putting out a product out there, but we're also trailblazing, I feel like, this new movement of zero preservatives in products. As a society, we got so used to just eating so much crap with so much shit in it, and it's just so bad for us. And now I love that people are reading labels. They're reading the ingredients. They're going and becoming their own investigators, which is amazing.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't listen to the FDA and look up random stuff and figure out our own path because I think they've been misleading us for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get too political, which I do sometimes. But, so her path is that. So I, for Yobi, unfortunately or fortunately, decided I don't want to be organic. I don't want to be completely raw. We don't even use probiotics anymore. We're moving away from yogurt entirely. We're going to be called smoothies. Sprouts gave us feedback that they didn't want to call it smoothies or yogurts because we pasteurize our product because we're trying to extend our shelf life.
Right.
And your market's different than what I think I'm ultimately trying to do, and I'm honestly working on a retort formula, which is gonna extend my shelf life to maybe a year, no fridge. which would be awesome. Meaning like you can grab a Yobi, take him on a hike for 3 weeks, no fridge, no one's gonna get sick. Because it's for me, like I'm not like you. You're selling like the minerals, vitamins, like all these like little things. Like Yobis are macro food. It's about protein and like nice high fat like protein like food that's convenient. Your product is not that. So for me, it makes sense. But for you, like,
it is and it isn't. So that's another thing that we're trying to. So our product is actually a food. There's a reason why there's.
I'm not saying it's not food. Just to be clear.
No. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of that's another thing though, is people look at sea moss and they look at it as a supplement. Sea moss is a food, you know, and in many cultures they use it and eat it just as that. So there is a reason why we have a nutrition facts on our labels rather than a supplemental fact. So and we want to change that narrative for people. We are a functional food. We want people to look at us as that. So.
But like.
And that's why
Can I push you on that?
Yeah,
like,
go for it.
If you ate this whole jar, it's less than 320 calories. It's pretty like you're gonna lose some weight if you eat this.
So actually, you know what people do because
it actually feels kind of satiating too.
It is. So
he's freaking out, isn't he?
You can let him out. You can let him out.
My cat's in the other room. No, it's cool.
So the thing is, how where sea moss originally initiated was during. So a lot of people
love talking about sea moss.
I do. I could talk about sea moss all day, every day.
Does she talk about sea moss all the time?
She does. That's why I love
real,
her
or is
so
this
much.
on camera? Is this on camera stuff, or is this like?
No, it's totally real. This girl. This is why she is my sidekick. She is like right here with me.
But she talks about it. Like we're gonna bring her in here in a minute, but she always talking about sea moss like this.
Yes, totally.
So like, could I ask
this girl? Let me just tell you, we went to the beach the other day.
Come in here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are you ready? Okay.
I'll introduce you. This is Erica.
As like an animal support.
No.
We don't want to get her sick right now. Okay. All right, what's up? Who are you?
This is Erica.
Erica, what's up?
Sorry, I'm a comms major, so I introduced myself. Yeah. Hi, I'm Erica. I'm the brand ambassador for Organically Kismet.
Woo! And so she is here to verify that Cita is all about the sea moss. It's all she talks about. Do you have a life outside of sea moss?
Yes, I need to. I'm a mom. Yeah, I'm a mom.
Yeah. So you're a mom too.
I have 3 kids.
3 kids?
3 babies. Well, not so much babies, but yes. I have one in which is also my business partner, so you probably see her in our facility a lot, Aviana.
Okay.
So that's my oldest, and then I have 2 littles, 7 and 5.
How does she manage all this? How does she run this business? How does she raise kids?
She doesn't have a planner. I don't know how she. Yesterday,
it's the sea moss. It's the sea moss.
The omegas. Yeah. Yesterday, she's like, "Oh, I'm doing a podcast. Want to come?" She's like, "I actually need you to be there." I'm like, "Okay. Why didn't you tell me about this like a week ago?" But I love it.
Yeah.
She's a boss.
I keep her on her toes.
Yeah.
And she keeps me grounded.
She's probably helping you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So how did y'all meet actually? Was it
I love this story.
Was it less weird than our introduction?
Okay, so
probably, yeah.
Erica,
I'm aggressive.
Actually, I feel like it's so what's the word?
Serendipitous?
Yeah, there you go. So
Synchronicity?
Our Kismet, totally Kismet. It was literally Kismet.
What does Kismet do? I'm actually curious.
It means destiny or fate. Yes.
Organically fate.
Yeah, organically destiny. Okay, so when I first started getting into or decided that I was taking this to retail, Erica was the wellness manager buyer at a store called Follow Your Heart. So, and I knew I wanted to get into that. You should. It would be perfect. You do.
They haven't reordered. They're probably pretty low right now.
Maybe.
Unless they're not, I don't know.
You should check up on them.
But yeah, so.
What? They forget to reorder?
Okay, so yes.
Anyways,
so that's where we met. So
you went there and you're like, hey, what's up? I got the sea moss.
Yes.
Let me tell you a million reasons why it's amazing for you. And she was like...
She believed in us. She did. Oh, thank God.
Like, was that your first retail account?
It was.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're excited. And I remember because I knew my shit. I'm a buyer. I just knew my background in it. And I just remember like talking to her and asking her questions about her product, and she was just like on it. And it's just amazing to know that she just really knew everything. And from the packaging to what the product it was and no preservatives, like it was challenging as a buyer, but also like
why was it challenging as a buyer?
Because it's only 4 weeks on the shelf. But when you think about it, like it is a whole food. It's real food. At the end of the day, you're not gonna leave like your fruits and vegetables in the fridge for a week to rot, like you're gonna consume it, and that's what this is. And so I believed in her and her product, and it was just a really good energy. And I always
Are you about to cry? I feel like you're about to cry.
Maybe. No.
I love it. I want raw emotions, raw CMOS, raw emotions.
So she was, it literally was. And so, but she didn't come to work for Kismet for, 3 years?
Yeah.
Later? 3 years later.
I graduated.
She's a pretty good salesperson on CMOS.
Yes.
She's like, hey, this is the rebuttal here. I got you here. Woo, woo, woo.
It's my baby, my other baby.
And so what introduced you? When did you transition? We do have to like pause it for a second, but
I quit Follow. I finished school, and then I was like, okay, I need a job. So networking, and I was looking for a job in the career I wanted to go towards, which was PR. But it's really hard out there, and I was like, let me use my networking skills, and I reached out to her, and she gave me a job like that.
And it's funny because like when she was still working at Follow, I remember we would talk every now and then, and she was talking about just how she wanted to work for a woman-owned company.
Yes.
And it just kind of all fell in together perfectly. And
so she reached out, you planted a seed, and she came back. That's beautiful.
It was amazing.
So you reached out to her a couple years later, and you're like, I want to do PR. You want to help people get exposure.
Actually, I feel like I was looking for somebody, and one of my managers is actually her cousin.
Really?
And she was like, hey, actually, my cousin is looking to get into social media, and like that's her major, marketing, all this. And so I was like, oh yeah, let me talk. And then it ended up being her, and I was like, oh my gosh.
And so you started off with social media at Organically Kismet?
Yes. And like brand wrapping, just because I know I was the manager at Follow Your Heart, so I know what I expected from brand representatives. So I just knew that I can provide that for a small company and for Organically Kismet.
And how has it been? Like, so I am trying to annoy everyone with my stupid videos to get exposure. It's hard. No one cares. I lose followers all the time. I'm too aggressive, like they said earlier. Like, it's like, I'm curious what it's been like for you guys to gain awareness of your product outside of just being on the shelf, like with social media, Google ads, anything like that. I'm just curious of what y'all have done and how that's gone.
I feel like within this last literally 6 months, we've extended our team extensively because we realize it's more than just social media. I mean, there's a lot on the SEO side, Google ads. There's more than just ads on TikTok and Instagram, which it's crazy because...
Are you making good money online, or like my online business kind of sucks? I'm gonna be honest. I'm mainly retail,
honestly, because of particular reasons having to do with just the market
shipping?
And and just the market in general in retail and our product being so different from what's out there, we actually made it a goal for us. Like, we're pivoting and we're actually going back to direct consumer. We're still in markets, we're still nurturing that aspect of things, but this year and going forward, we're really pushing our direct to consumer. For multiple reasons, but right now, no. The majority of revenue does still come from our market.
But why? So what are the reasons then? I'm just curious.
We have more control over our market when you're doing direct to consumer, and when I say more control, I talk about how we exposure, you know, how we share our product, how
communicate.
Exactly, because when we're in stores, we do a lot of training. You know, Erica does amazing. She goes in and trains all the wellness educators, but it's still not us.
I'm curious about that. Sorry, I got that ADD.
Yeah.
So like you go in. So if you get into Mother's account, you go to every Mother's store, and you're like, hey, this is our product. This is like you kind of onboard.
We educate.
You educate the people that work at the store.
Right. And we get them.
Y'all are in the wellness department and in the like food department sometimes too, right?
No. Well, no. We're mostly just in the wellness.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're thinking of a different market.
Okay.
We're in both, yes. But
You're in both in one, at least.
Okay, so so just having more control.
But in most of your stores, you're in the wellness.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna take an assumption. It's like, because I had the same issue too. It's like, I have a product there, someone grabs it, they buy it. I don't know anything except how many POs I'm getting from my distributor.
Right.
And like, I guess you're getting cases because you self-distribute.
Yeah, we're
awesome.
direct. We direct distribute to all
That's
of
cool.
our...
And then, but like you don't really get anything except, hey, I did 12 Immuniberry cases to this store and then they haven't reordered. Like that's all the data you get. But like when you sell online, you get an email, you can send up a follow-up thing, you can send a survey, you can send a discount, you can ask them to like
yes
recommend
and
their
no,
friends.
because
is that what we're talking about?
So
the control, because you said control, is that what I heard? Or like
yeah, control. As far as like what gets shared, because even though we educate as best as we can, there still can be like a gap between the information that our customers are getting and what we're actually, you know, wanting them to receive, even with how many trainings we do. And I feel like online, people can go to our socials, people can email us directly. I mean, although customers can do that even when they're buying retail, but when you go into retail, you think about it. When you want to buy something, you're talking to the clerk, right? You're asking them the questions. If your clerk is not educated, or even if they're not into the product like they should be, they're not going to share it like the passion has to be there. And it's very rare, although I will say we do have some amazing wellness clerks that are fans.
Do y'all demo? You do demos?
We do.
Have you done a demo?
I usually do the demos, and I also schedule staff.
She does literally everything.
Yeah.
She does everything. That's why we wanted to put her in here, because she's an entrepreneur too. She's like getting down and dirty over here.
There, yeah, but it's definitely different doing demos, because you can hire people to do your demos, but if they don't know it, like your product, they're not passionate about it. Like I can say, I wholeheartedly love CMOS and I use it.
Yeah.
Like it's easier for me to educate customers on it.
Yeah.
Like,
you know it. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird to me. Sorry to say it's weird, but it's like growing up as a kid, I'm from Texas. They were never like, hey, have your CMOS, and this is why you need to have it. Like, there's education involved, and like, my product is nothing like it, which sucks, because it's like, what is this? Why do I want it? Like, and now I have to teach people, and like, hiring other people to do demos, from my experience and what I've seen out there, it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Generally, because they don't know your product.
Exactly.
They're like, yeah, this is CMOS. It's like, it's got this. Yeah, it's good. Try
and
it.
because it's
like,
still...
that's basically what they do, and they're not even like calling you in. They're not even like, "Hey, come try this." Like you have to like hustle when you're demoing, because like everyone doesn't want to talk to
Nobody's
anyone.
gonna love your brand and rep your brand like you.
Yeah.
Period. Unless you get you an Erica, but yeah.
I need more Ericas. Kai, get up to it. What are you doing?
But yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why we decided to focus in on that aspect of our business. So we're still in retail.
I had a download just today right here. Like, do you have a YouTube channel?
It's so funny. No, because actually we are going to, yes, eventually. Very soon.
I think Cita has to have a YouTube channel where she goes through why, like, there's so many different things that you did in the beginning there.
Right.
And, like, you can make curated, like, videos 20-second long for each thing and, like, become the CMOS Bay on YouTube.
I love that.
Like,
CMOS Bay.
You should be CMOS Bay. They're like, remember that, like, there's like that white girl with like the dreads who like in the car. She's kind of crazy. Like, you kind of have beautiful hair like her, but you could be like the CMOS Bay. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what girl I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my god, do you know what I'm talking about? What's her name?
Joffrey.
I think it's like Blakely or something. I don't know. She's like a fake hippie, rich girl, white girl. You know these? You don't know?
No.
It's kind of cute, but kind of rude. I don't know. It's like, but she's just like she's a rapper, right?
Yeah, she's an artist.
What's her name?
I don't know. I'm about to
Find it for me. This is why we got this guy
Vicky?
here. No, it's just like she's like super like she's like Amazon woman, you know. She like literally wears plants, kind of like. He'll find it. I think it's like Shannon something. I think it's like Shannon Blakely. Whatever, we'll pull it like this up, but I feel like that would be great because like I don't know how many people on YouTube are actually like going through every single thing about CMOS. Like, and that's such a good platform because America, I'm guessing, or no, in the world, like needs to be educated on it.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Like, and like you could also build it into your website and stuff or whatever. Like, I just think that I just see that. I just had the download where I was like, this is what
funny because you're literally the second person that has said that too.
That means that means the world is speaking to you, and maybe you should listen or not.
Though the thing is, and Erica can attest to this, like I hate being on camera. Like
you're great at it.
Ugh.
Look, I turn on this camera and you're like, yo, CMOS all fucking day. Boom, boom, boom. You're just like, CMOS. Like, you got it.
I have to push her.
Don't you think she has it?
No, definitely. I try and encourage her, but she's just, like, she's
a little shy
slowly
right now.
breaking out of her shell.
Yeah.
You got it, girl. You got it. You were made for it. That's what I'm trying to say. People are seeing it. So
can you be there for to amp me up?
I can try. Just take a Yobi. Just take a Yobi.
You got this, Cita. You
just try a Yobi. Take the caffeinated, and you'll be ready to go.
That's so funny.
So you're pivoting towards direct to consumer,
right?
And I mean,
which we ship nationwide. So we ship from the West Coast to the East Coast.
How are you shipping it? So like this is part of my business. So I'm gonna be vulnerable, so she feels more comfortable being vulnerable. Like I have to like.
Let's talk about vulnerable.
I have to be insulated liners, cold packs, 48 ounce, maybe 24 ounce too, maybe some 8 ounces too. Like I have a lot of ounces of cold packs. 1.5 inch insulated liners. Mine are inflatable, but like 2-day shipping. I shipped to New York yesterday, $30.
Yeah.
2-day shipping. Are you doing 2-day shipping?
Yep.
So like, are you in a like 12 by 12 box probably?
So it depends. We go anywhere from 9 by 9 boxes up to 12 by 12 boxes, depending on what our customers are ordering.
Does your product freeze well?
It does. It does amazing.
Oh my God. Yeah, this girl right here.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah,
no idea who she is.
I feel like this has got CMOS vibes. Maybe it's because she's like in moss. Show the camera that. I don't know, dude. Whatever. It's fucking weird. She's like, have you seen this girl? Turn it up. Turn it up. But we're not Joe Rogan, dude. This is too good.
I still get info. Oh,
Is it when she's rapping is better? Find a rapping one. The one that has the most views. Do that one. She's like living. I don't know. She's like a fake hippie, rich. Her dad's like a tech billionaire, and she like is like a Burning Man girl. And she like got big for just being whatever.
Maybe we should get her some CMOS.
I think she has CMOS vibes for sure. But like, she has that like, I don't know, I just see that with you. Not this, that was kind of a joke, but like I see you being like in front of a camera talking about CMOS, talking about how it helped your celiac, talking about how to use it, like what's going on.
It would be fun to do interviews, huh?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you should, and then like, I don't know, like I'm getting all excited, but like you could like if you could interview your customers and ask them how they use the product too, like that'd be great content as well. Like
I love that because people use it in so many different ways. Like this girl, we were at the beach filming content and we're getting ready to leave. This one, her. Yeah. This is why I love her so much. Yeah. So she pulls out her jar of CMOS.
Your content's good.
It's amazing. Yeah. She gets her spoonful and all of a sudden she's just like rubbing it all over her body, which is great. It's great for after the beach vibes.
Is that why you're in the wellness department? Because it's like got applications besides eating? Like, I'm actually curious about that.
So essentially when sea moss came out, and even, I mean, not just when it came out, but even now, it's looked at as a supplement. So a lot of brands sell it as a supplement. We just market it and sell it as a functional food. So.
Okay, so basically...
It's a supplement, like whole food supplementation, essentially. But we're really not supplementing anything, you know? I mean, this is the food. This is the minerals that your body needs. Because when you eat it as
a supplement, you're eating it, right?
So like a supplement, when I think
do they do powder of it?
So they do have powders. There are capsules. Which we're actually going to be coming out with some exciting, more convenient ways to travel with your sea moss, but
more shelf stable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's
natural? No, still zero preservatives. Still zero.
I'm not saying you don't, but
it's also not equivalent to the gel.
It's not.
Yeah. 1 tablespoon of the sea moss gel provides over 3,000 milligrams. In comparison to a powder or a gummy
a capsule, you're getting not even a quarter of that.
Milligrams, yeah. So the gel is like the best way.
The most dense way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like in food industry, the longer your shelf life, the easier your life, generally. Especially if it is shelf stable.
Can we just talk about this for a minute? Because I feel like that's where
but before you go,
but no, it has to do with that. Say it. I just feel like us as a collective, as just
see, this is why she needs to be on YouTube. Whatever she's about to say right here, us as a collective.
Yeah, we've just gotten so lazy. We're so like lazy, impatient, and what we really need to do is get back to our roots, you know, get back to how we are meant to consume food as humans. Like we're not meant to consume foods that are on the shelf for months and years. Like that's why there's so many sick people on this planet.
Gotta get on YouTube.
I mean, that's why, but that's not how it's meant to be, and that's why us, like, we decided we're also taking that on. We're trailblazing. We're making this movement of getting real food, the new supplement. You know, the new the supplement industry. There's a reason why when you walk into a grocery store, like Sprouts, let's say, and you see a shit ton of supplements. There's so many, you don't even know what to choose, what brand to choose from, or whatever. It's because it's a money maker, and unfortunately a lot of these brands are in it for the wrong reason. And I'll just say that, like, I have no
I'm in it for the wrong reasons. Let's go. Stop. Let's have an exit.
No, but seriously, who doesn't want to obviously
like, you want to be successful. Like, honestly, you're way more successful than my brand is now at this point. I know for a fact, like, there's like, we don't even need to get into it. Like, you are crushing it, but you're being true to exactly what you want. And like, whatever you just said there, like, you need to be doing this on YouTube and like leading the movement, like, because you're the moss queen or band. Like, you got this. Yeah. Because like everyone else, and I think it's got to be female led, honestly. Like, this type of like this, like, I kind of got more like, I gotta make this, make run here. I gotta like force my way through it, but like, you're like, let's go back, more holistic. Like, we're all from the earth. Like, go back to our roots. Like, that's kind
let's get healthy again.
That's kind of the feminine kind of like, like you can do it. So, do you freeze your product before you ship it?
Yes.
If it doesn't change, I would 100%, 1,000% recommend that.
We do. We ship frozen.
Do you put dry ice in it? I'm curious.
We do. We do during the summer months. We do dry ice.
You could maybe have you tested 3-day, or you don't want to risk it?
We have. Trust me, I've tested.
3-day work? Does it work? Or are you doing 2 days?
It depends on where it's going.
And the time of year.
If it's going to a colder state,
in
like
winter?
3-day to Colorado in the winter, perfect. So the way we ship actually. Well, it used to change, I should say, because now we offer 2-day express shipping regardless. But back in the day, we used to ship 3-day to the colder states, and they would get there perfect. They would get there frozen still. You know? So, but now we offer free express shipping for orders over 100, and then all of our Cali peeps get free shipping.
She's a selling machine over here.
But yeah, so. There's no reason why anybody should not be on CMOS. And honestly, even our prices are very competitive. I feel like on the lower end for what you're receiving as far as ounces, you know, to the dollar. So
ingredients too.
Does she love what she does or what?
Yeah, of course.
Do you love it now?
I love it.
It's kind of infectious. Why? I'm in the wrong industry.
You should come hang out with us more.
Yeah.
I do. I want to. We're going to make some funny stuff. Why is that so funny? What did I do this time? I mean, what did I do? Seriously, I'm curious.
No, I love it.
I said I didn't have wait, what did I say about the gagging earlier? It was off camera.
He doesn't gag.
I don't gag. And they just start laughing. I'm like, I'm not really a gagger. And they just start cracking up. All right, whatever. I got my own problems. This is why I go to therapy. I got him to break finally. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? So, okay. Well, like, what struggles are y'all facing, and what are you excited about? That's a good question.
So, struggles.
Yeah, struggle buses. Let's talk about struggles.
I feel like any entrepreneur can relate with this. There's always something that you're dealing with, whether it's a small little hiccup or a larger one. It's always something. That's why Erica's like, what is it this week? But honestly,
what is it this week or last week?
I think a lot of it.
Real here.
I feel like for us, it was, okay, for example, like we have this new store, right? That is 8.5 hours away.
Yeah.
And for us, we're so stoked, so excited because we get to offer our product in an area that has zero of it, you know? But part of that was like, shit, how are we going to get this there? You know, because we do direct
you don't have a distributor
delivery,
yet.
Right? And
you need to get
for
a distributor,
now,
girl. I'm gonna push her after the camera's off.
There's certain reasons why I have not gone with a distributor. If I can find the right distributor that is in alignment and sees our vision as a preservative-free product that lasts 4 weeks, then I'm totally on board. But I just haven't been able to find that.
You have enough stores that I think that.
And this is to take it cross country, you know. But for now, we do direct in from LA to San Diego. Now from Redding to San Diego. But that was kind of a challenge that we were put up against. Like, how are we going to get this product to Redding in a cold manner, you know, where it arrives cool still. There's no
less than 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
And in a timely manner, no breaking of the jars.
Yeah.
You know. But we did it. We did it, and
you're doing it.
It's like I can breathe now.
So now you can like open up a couple more stores up there.
Yeah. Which
but, like,
we
if
are.
If you're in the Bay Area and you have more than 10 stores, you might have to get a distributor.
No, we'll do directs up there. We were just talking about that. I was like, I will get another driver and we will do direct to that area.
She likes doing that the hard way.
It's not hard. I like doing it the smart way.
The smart way. Look at
and
this.
The reason why
she's so good at what she does. Isn't she good? I'm impressed.
No, seriously, even our delivery drivers, they are backing our team. They know our product. They can go to a store. If a receiver asks a question, they know our product. We educate everybody on our team and knows our product. Yeah. You know, and you go with a distributor, it's kind of the same thing as you go into a store. You know, you have the chance of risking, like, are they gonna do they know this product and are they caring for it the way I would care for it? Yeah. Especially when you're dealing with a product of this manner, you know, it's not something that is, I mean, it's breakable, it's perishable. There's so much that can go wrong with a distributor. It can't just sit in a warehouse on a pallet, you know, for 3 months. Like, that's just, it's just not.
See, this is why I know she's crushing it way more than me, because she has her own, like, fully branded, like, Mercedes Sprinter thing, whatever, I don't know, like a car that has a refrigerator in it that she has them drive from San Diego all the way up, not to Redding, because they're mailing it there.
Santa Barbara right now.
To Santa Barbara, and, like, she's hitting a lot of the issues I've had with my previous distributor that, like, I'm still with now, but for like 2 more weeks. But, like, you give them a bunch of product and then you hope they put it on the shelf.
Right. Right.
Like Erewhon, I've gone to so many demos and they're like, oh, we're still waiting 2 weeks later for my distributor to drop off product.
Yeah.
That means for 2 weeks, none of my customers are able to get my ube or my strawberry. I show up to do a demo, I'm like, yo, I have nothing to sell.
Right.
So my numbers go down. All that product is in a warehouse, like she's saying, on a pallet, going bad. So by the time it actually goes on someone's shelf, whatever store it is, another store, it's like getting worse and worse and worse.
Right.
The quality goes bad. Like there's just way less control. And like that is like, if you can, and like you can, like it sounds like you're doing it, like if you can self-distribute, like you have a leg up, because not only are you able to have your, I'm guessing your driver not only just goes in the back and is like, here's your cases, he also probably goes to the front and it's like, hey, like it looks like we're not where we're supposed to be. Like it might even clean up the shelf. I don't know, does he do that or she do that?
He's great. So we get nothing but amazing.
I would do that too. It sounds like he's not. I'm sorry.
It depends. No. It just depends because sometimes we deliver to the back. You know, we don't always go in front. Some of the stores we do, and all the clerks love him. They love him, and it's
an advocate.
Right.
People like want to help people that they like.
He actually, it was so funny. He sent me this picture of how he was eating the sea moss, and he was putting it in a sandwich, like peanut butter and jelly.
That's a video.
And he was like, "That's what she's gonna post it." I was like, "Post this!" It's so aesthetically pleasing.
Gel in between
2 pieces of bread.
Timur did that last. So when we were manufacturing, one of my employees that helps me manufacture, he brought like some bread and he poured some ube on it, and it just like was purple. And it looked like PBJ.
Yeah.
It was very, very virally. We should do a video. You should do a video.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody that's on our team goes for Organically Kismet. Like they go hard for our company, and that's what I love. And that's the energy I want to keep, you know?
So where are you going to be 5 years and 10 years from now?
Oof.
Yeah, where are y'all going to be?
5 years from now, we'll for sure be cross country in retail. I have no doubt.
What's the like store you want? Like, what's the one you're like in 5 years? I want to be everywhere.
So hard, to be honest, because I don't feel like everywhere deserves Organically Kismet.
Oh.
If I'm being honest. Because
so who doesn't? That's what we want to know. Let's gossip.
And actually, you know, we've been through that. We've been through being in some retailers that just aren't in alignment, and you know, we're so excited to be in there, but then as we go on, we see that it's just not for us. It's just not in alignment. And we, as sad as it is to part ways with a retailer, because that's less locations for your people to get our customers to get your product at. It's just one of those things where it's like, no, I only want to work with people that are in alignment with us. Because in my mind, that's what's going to propel us. That's how we are going to grow. And I'm literally living proof that that's how it's happened. We've never had to go out and cold reach to these, if that's what you call it, to
stores.
Markets. Yeah. And the one that I actually did is the one that fell off. So, and it just shows me it was a lesson learned. And honestly, I won't do it again. So
You're just like, hey, I'm receiving. Come to me.
yes, absolutely.
You gotta do this YouTube channel. I'm telling you, you got the vibe.
You've motivated. You inspired me.
Yes. All right. So we just had a little break. She saw the girl. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I like that girl. That one song's good. But we were just talking about how, like, it seems like you bring a lot of spirituality into your business. Would you agree with that? What do you think? Does she?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah.
It's Kismet. And she's all about that. And when she hires people, she's like all about energy. Like,
yeah.
you don't even have to have experience. It's just a matter of like, that's why she hired my cousin. Like I recommended her, and she just got on the phone, and now my cousin's a kitchen manager. Like, it's insane.
So do you like ask like what year she is born, what location, what time? Like how do we energetically?
No, so part of
you already asked my sign.
I know.
Yeah.
It's important. Well, you're out there. You're like fun.
I'm very fiery.
You have good energy.
I'm pretty fiery.
I wonder what do you know your other 2 signs?
Yeah.
What's your moon?
Scorpio moon.
Oh, I see.
Virgo rising.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. It's like Earth, right? What? yeah, y'all laugh at me so much.
I love it. Anyways. But yes.
My chart's very convoluted.
I love that you know that.
Everyone's like, oh, this is interesting. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
But no, yeah, I believe, everything has to be in alignment as far as your mind, your body, your soul.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was doing health coaching, I was coaching a lot of my clients based on their human design, which is what is on the
What's
front
your design?
of. I'm a projector.
Projector?
Do you know what you are?
I forgot.
Manifester. She's a manifester.
Straight manifester? She's rare right here.
Right?
She's rare.
Yeah.
You're an informer.
Yeah. She's a trailblazer.
I'm a manifestor generator.
Okay.
Cuss manifester.
I see that.
By by 3 hours I'd be a manifester. Missed out. But apparently generator's good.
No,
So projector, so that's one of your so now I don't know much about human design, so internet, hate me or love me, whatever. But being a projector, is that what you said? Mm-hmm. That's you're a receiver. You're a receiver at that point. I think that's kind of why
we're a non-energy being.
Yes.
But we're more of the seers, right? And we're not meant to energetically, let's say in business, go out and approach and be like, hey, you need to try this because it can leave a bad taste in people's mouths. And I've experienced that full on.
When she came up to talk to me about preservatives. Not a good move.
No. But no, yeah. So we do tie a lot of, spirituality into our brand. And yeah, it's who we are.
See, so now this is probably why, now we're going to talk about psychology. So this is why you don't want to be on the camera, because you feel like it's not projecting a little bit? Maybe it goes...
No, I feel like, if I'm being 100% honest, I feel like I got kind of in my head about being on camera as a brand. So when I first started my brand, and my OG followers know this about me, I was on camera a lot. And then I let I don't even know if it was a brand or a store. I let somebody put the seed in my head that if I wanted to be a big successful brand, that I had to pull my face off of it and not make it so personalized, if you will. Which at the time, that's what was working, right, for sales.
Being personalized.
But not being personalized. But now,
I need to go back to that.
Be more professional.
But now it's the other way around. People want to know the founders. People want to know who's behind the brand. People want to know who they're buying from.
Exactly.
So honestly, I think it's a block that I have to get past and just know that it's okay to be on camera and I can still be successful and push my product being me and just, you know. So I think it's more so that. It's not so much the projector.
You can also receive more customers by just being the
So it's about being seen.
Seer.
So,
you're a seer, you're a teacher, you're
So they call us the birds, right? We're like the birds. We're up high, we're looking, we're seeing. But we're also meant to we're not meant to go, we're supposed to be approached, let's say or be seen. So if somebody was to come to me.
Is there a reflector in the human design?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Those are the super rare ones, yeah.
Okay.
But it's more about being where I'm gonna be successful is when these stores come to me, right?
Yeah.
They see me, they see my brand, and they approach me. And then I can go in and be like, yes, this is what we're about, this is what we offer, this is how it goes, and it's successful. But when I try to push my brand onto a store that's not ready for us, because we're a force to be reckoned with, I will just say that. And we're not stopping. Yeah. So, but yeah, not everybody's ready for.
So for my human design, I should probably go out there and advocate for myself. Because I pay this, whatever, I have brokers, I pay them, and they frustrate me. Because they don't know my product as well as me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying someone to talk to all these retail brands that I could already email or
It's real stuff.
And I could be like, hey, yo, I'm Hawkins, listen to me. This is Yobi. But I don't know, for me, I can tell I I don't think my message is getting through, but for me that works for me because I guess that's my design.
Yeah.
That's who I
as
am,
long as as long as where you're pouring from is from a place of purpose or like joy, like this is what you actually enjoy, then that's what helps you to become successful. But when you're doing things that are just like a pain in the ass and you just don't find joy in it anymore, that's what you need to steer clear from, because that's what's going to bring you down.
Are we talking about human design, or are we just talking about
human design?
Okay.
You specifically, but in general too.
Okay.
I mean, but more so specifically for your design.
That's a good topic. So what do you do when you get the entrepreneurial burnout? I'm sure you get it.
For me, especially as a projector, and same with her, because, manifestors are non-energy beings. It's very important for us to not overwork ourselves. Mm-hmm. So I experience that quite frequently, which I need to be better about, because especially because I'm so passionate about this, it doesn't feel like work a lot of times to me, so I'm constantly just going.
It feels amazing.
And I try to set boundaries, and I say try because I haven't fully succeeded as far as like, okay, I'm not opening emails after this time. I'm not taking any phone calls. I'm not looking at, because it's just like when you're so passionate, I'm just like, I see something and I'm like, oh, it's going to be real quick. And then an hour later, I'm still on the phone, or I'm still, so I do, for myself, for my family, I do have to get better about that. But
it's hard.
It is hard. So I do experience that burnout quite frequently, and I can feel when my body is headed that way.
When she's mentioning this, it makes me like realize like how much passion I have too, because like whatever time it is, I see that email, I'm like, let's go, like I'm gonna take care of this, because it's like your baby,
right.
Like your business is your baby, and it's like,
it's crazy. I was listening to this podcast, and I may get the numbers wrong, but it was something where about like only 10% of startups will actually become successful, or will actually like make it beyond the 5 years, and that is insane to me.
How many years have you been doing this?
We're gonna be going on 5 years. Yeah.
There we go.
So, but it's crazy, and it's just even beyond. I
heard it was 95% of CPG brands fail.
Oh yeah, it's
95. So it's 5%.
CPG is cutthroat,
especially in the food industry.
Yes.
I don't know about the wellness industry, but like the food industry,
it is insane.
It's designed for us to fail. Yeah. Us small brands, like all these big co-men, which are like manufacturers, like suppliers, everything, they don't mess with us.
Right. But this is why, I don't know if you remember a conversation that we had a few weeks ago, but we were talking and I was like, you need to do direct to consumer. And it's for that exact reason. Like you are also living proof of why you should be doing that, because nobody's going to go hard like you for your company, for your brand. You're doing all of this online. Do it for your do it for your customer directly and that you're shipping to. It's a little bit of a different beast that you're dealing with, but I guarantee you, I've done both worlds, and shipping, even though is a pain, it's a lot more of a breeze than the CPG world,
You think so?
Yeah, I just think I would love to know off camera who your broker is, because I've dealt with brokers, and you have to have someone who's a smaller brokerage and that actually care and push your product, because at the end of the day, they're going to get paid if your product sells, obviously, but
or not.
We'll see. That's
they get paid regardless.
Yeah, no.
They're great though. They're great. They're great. They're great on camera. They're great. All right. Well, let's end this up pretty soon, because I know you got to go. So what's the 10-year goal? So you're going to be the 5%. You're crushing it. You're going to lead the movement of spiritually based food that has no preservatives. We're going raw. We're going back to the earth, baby. We're going to do this movement. So where are you in 10 years besides Burning Man?
I've never actually been a Burning Man before. I want to go.
Burning Man.
Oh,
CMOS
Bay. 10 years from now, I want Organically Kismet to be a name in every single household, that every single household knows. whether that be our sea moss gels or our elderberry elixir. You know, I want people to know us also for taking it back to where we started from, you know, and just being that OG company that has not wavered in.
Are y'all in Jimbo's? Sorry, like.
No, we're not actually.
Why aren't you in Jimbo's? Sorry, like.
Kind of for what I told you, like for us, where we've become successful in our stores that have approached us. Now, that's not to say that I can't.
They're very aligned with you.
They are.
You know this, right?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yes. Not to say that. So that's for me specifically, but I believe that. And our company has, you know, its own design, but I believe that also, you know, Erica, for example, this is what she is great at, you know, is advocating for our brand, pushing our brand, you know. So yeah, I mean, we will definitely be in more stores, more retail stores across country for sure. Like I said, it's just about finding that distributor that will rock with us. And I can feel it through energy. I'm all about energy.
She's all about energy.
I am. But
all right,
yeah.
So what's one thing you're gonna do for your energy this week, and then let's call it.
What's one thing for what?
You're gonna do for your energy this week.
For my energy.
Yeah, last question.
I'm going to unplug.
For how long? For the rest of the week?
So, no.
Let's be specific.
I wish. I'm even on vacation and I'm like, there's actually a meme where it's like this entrepreneur, I think she's like floating in the ocean and she's like on her computer. That's literally me. No, but it's one of my son's birthdays on Sunday. So I plan to unplug fully for that day and just enjoy him, my family, and just, you know, take that day for me.
And your son.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you going to do energetically?
I want to go to the park. I want to be outdoors. If we had more time, I totally would love to go to the beach.
I love
Yeah.
Well, we can go right now. Like, I like to get my vitamin D every day. I go walk for like 20 minutes and make my calls. I'm like, oh, my broker's annoying me. And I'm like walking with my shirt off. Like,
ground yourself.
I
release some of that.
To not ground myself. But I mean, like, I'll probably go, what am I going to do? I need to surf. I haven't been surfing and I've been making excuses. Like,
I've never
the waves are terrible.
I would love to surf, but I'm too much of a chicken, I feel like.
No, you just gotta go. Just get out there and get worked. I want to get worked. I just
Oh no, let me just tell you, I was in Hawaii and I was getting thrown around and it was just me. That's what was crazy. Is like,
what island?
We were in Maui.
Maui, okay.
But my daughter was there, my partner was there, my boys were there, and they were just like chilling in the waves, you know, and I was getting like tousled. Like,
this is with no board.
No board.
The waves in Hawaii are legit.
Yeah.
Depends on where you go in the day, but
I was getting taught a lesson, I feel like.
The ocean is the great equalizer.
Love her.
All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being on my podcast.
Thank you for
Let's go. Be awesome.